Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by. I'm really glad you could be here today with me. And I am continuing to work on my Collage Weekly Planner. It's a Margarete Miller planner where she gives us collage prompts every week to create a collage. And there are a bunch of random different prompts, and some weeks everything goes together cohesively, and other weeks it just makes a very interesting collage. And so for this week, we are on week number 28, and she has some different prompts. The first one is something that's related to coffee. And I pulled out a couple things from my stash. And again, for those of you maybe who are just checking in for the first time, I am trying really hard to use only things that are in my stash. I'm trying hard not to print anything off or go out and buy anything new for these collages. And so far I have, for the most part, stuck to that. I did at one point go out and pick up a free encyclopedia that I got from our local thrift store, but I didn't pay anything for it. But other than that, I have been using random things in my own stash. And so when the first prompt was something related to coffee, I thought, well, I do have a few rubber stamps that are coffee themed, and here's the couple that I did pull out. I have like some coffee beans and also a cup of coffee. And then as I was going through my stickers, I also came across this one, and it came from Tuesday Morning from a long time ago at 49 cents, which was a steal now with nowadays prices for stickers. But it also has a coffee theme. So if I can, I'd probably try to like to use one of the stickers, because I don't use a lot of stickers in my crafts, it seems like. And so if I can use up any of my stickers, it's a bonus for me. So I'm leaning towards probably using one of the stickers versus the coffee rubber stamps, but I will have them there if I need them. So something related to coffee, anything with a bit of pink. And so I did pull out a couple of different things that had pink in them from my stash. I have just this little ephemera piece that's pink. I have a tag that has pink on it with the pink roses. I have this word or sentiment that says dream, that has a little bit of pink. This one has just a very small amount of pink up at the top with a little bit of bow. And this was from some scrapbooking paper. And I also have this die cut that I cut out a long time ago for another layout that I ended up not using, and it has pink on it. So any of those would work for the little bit of pink. Something in the shape of a hexagon, and I think I'm going to choose to skip over that one this week and do the bonus. So I'm going to skip over that one. A photo or a portion of a photo, and I pulled this photo out. It came from one of my grandma's scrapbooks of a bunch of people that we don't know who they are. They're not relatives. So I'm assuming maybe that they were some of her friends growing up. And so I did pull that photo out. Originally I had this scrapbook that was my grandma's that my mom had gifted me, and my mom had pulled out all of the photos of my grandma, and then also photos of relatives, some of her nieces and nephews and aunts and uncles, and she gave them to the appropriate people out of the scrapbooks. And so she gave me what was left of the random people and photos that were in there, and this was one of them. And I thought it was kind of cute to this group of people. Like I said, I'm assuming it's some of her friends growing up. And then the next one was ink, whatever that means to you. So ink could be like a color. It could also be like ink for like a calligraphy pen, which is kind of what I thought about. And so I did go through my stash, and I do have some like calligraphy pen tips that I could have used. And I came across this piece. It came from a graphic 45 paper that I had cut out. And it does say typewriter oil on it, but to me it kind of looks like an ink bottle that you'd use for a calligraphy pen. So that's what I'm going to call for my ink. And I thought maybe I could somehow cover up like the word oil, typewriter oil, by putting this over it on my collage. And so I think I'm going to use that for my ink one. It's close enough. It was kind of what I was thinking in my head. And then the last item was a piece of dictionary page. And so I do have a dictionary page here. I could use either side. And so starting with my layout again, I usually like to start off with my biggest piece. And so I do have this, but I could definitely cut it down if I wanted to. So I'm just going to lay that over and kind of put the things on here that I think I might use. You know, I have a couple extra pink things, so I don't have to use all of those if I don't want to. So I'll just set some of those up at the top. And so my next kind of biggest piece, I guess, would be this one if I wanted to use this one for the little bit of pink. And so I could pretty much put this anywhere on here. So we'll just start with that. And then the coffee one I'll come back to. Coffee, bit of pink, something in the shape of hexagon, which I'm skipping over. A photo, so I could put the photo maybe up on top, or I could do something like this. And part of me really, for whatever reason, wants to use this little heart that I have, so so I could go something like that and just do the heart frame kind of around the photo somehow. And then I have the ink. I don't know. Like I said, I wanted to cover up that word. Or maybe I need to put this at the bottom. It's a photo at the top. And I'm going to turn the dictionary page around. There's like the word frightful and stuff like that. And I don't want that on my mind. So I'm just going to turn this around to the back side, I think. So then that would leave just the coffee cups, so, or the coffee. And I'm just going to cut around this one just to see what I think. This one's kind of standing out to me out of all the stickers, I guess. And so maybe I can figure out somewhere to put this. Like right there wouldn't be bad, I don't think. Or I can maybe layer, you know, I could go something like that. I don't like that. So no, we won't do that. So yeah, I think I'm going to call that good. I think I kind of like that. It kind of draws your eye this way versus having this right above that. So I think I'm going to put that right there. And I think what I'm going to do is I still have my vintage photo sitting on my desk. So I think I am going to ink around the edges of the dictionary page, the photo, and also this image. And I'll do that off camera. And I will go ahead and lay everything out. And then I'll go through the final prompts one more time to make sure I'm not missing anything. But I think I like that layout, and I'm going to call that good for now. So I will be right back after I'm done inking my edges and gluing everything down. So I did finish gluing everything down, and I ended up having to move this over slightly more than what I would have liked. Again, I didn't really like one of the words that was under here, and so I had to cover that word up. But so that did get shifted just a little bit. Like I said, I would have preferred to have it slightly over a little bit, but that's okay. And then as I was looking around on my desk, I did find some more random stickers. These look like little wax seals with the little butterfly on them. And so I was thinking I was going to stick one right there, just because this is kind of like a set of 3 and this is just 2. So I think I'm going to do that. And I'm looking for my glue. So I'm going to glue this sticker down. And then I think I'm going to call it good for my layout. So I'll just set that right there. And then the only other thing I might do down the road is I might go through and I might add some stickles or something on the heart and even on the little flowers here. But for now, I'm going to call it good. So one last look at my list here, my prompts, something related to coffee. So I have these coffee mugs. Anything with a bit of pink. The little heart has pink on it. The little bow has a little bit of pink, and also the word has pink on it. Something in the shape of a hexagon, which I'm skipping and doing the bonus for this week. a photo or portion of a photo. So I have this group of women here. Ink, whatever that means to you. And so I have a little ink bottle right here. And then the bonus, which I'm using instead of the hexagon, is the dictionary page. And so I did use that on the background. And so that is my final layout for this week. And again, thank you everybody so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful week and hope to see you back next week for week number 29.